This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Barrett, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Podcast.
Diggity dank.
Hello and welcome to another week of the Nightwing News. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
Hello, I'm Kristen.
And tonight we are going to take you on a journey to the 851st century. Because tonight we're covering Nightwing 1 million and Detective Comics 1 million. See what happens when you don't renumber DC. No. These are from November 85,271. Oh yeah, 1998. So November 1998. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because actually, we sort of jumped to the 853rd century, but then that Batman gets catapulted to our time. So.
Well, yeah, the current Justice League gets sent to the 853rd century. Yes, and they're the Justice Legion. Yes, they come back.
Yep.
So, yes, the whole DC 1 million thing was a Grant Morrison production. So, yes.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. At least the main miniseries, yeah, but everyone had like tie-ins.
Right, yeah. Because this is by the usual people.
Yeah. All the monthly books I think had their regular teams on it. But yeah, it's weird because it's like a lot of people got like future versions of the characters, but I don't think we ever got a future Nightwing.
No, I don't think that they went to the... Yeah, it was just the Legion came back, and then it's...
Yeah.
Current Nightwing and Robin and Alfred interacting with...
But I'm just saying, yeah, I don't think anywhere in any of the books you got a future Nightwing, because like the Robin of the future is like a robot.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We did get that Robin 1 million. I forgot about that. Well, that's...
Robin the Toy Wonder.
Yeah, when it's that kind of Robin, that kind of fills in for, Dick and Jason and Tim.
All right, so should we jump into these? Because yeah, no new issue till next week.
Yeah, I mean, let's do it.
All right, so yes, they open up the first page. It's like, this is a special collector's item, print edition. Oh my lord, they're already like, yeah, we're not printing on paper anymore. Like,
well, right. They're like, didn't they say something about they stick it in your skull or something?
Exactly replicating the way this comic was produced in the late 20th century. Also available on the HeadNet, yes.
Yes, there we go, yes. The HeadNet, woo.
But yeah, just like the last couple episodes, yeah, this is a Chuck Dixon, Scott McDaniel production.
Yep.
But yeah,
and this is also taking place right around the same time as No Man's Land, right? Or No Man's Land was earlier in 98?
I think the earthquake has hit, but I don't think Gotham has been separated from the rest of the country yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, was that Cataclysm? Is it Cataclysm that's okay?
Yeah.
So it's Cataclysm that's the earthquake, and then No Man's Land is the aftermath.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The earthquake has hit, but yeah, they haven't been separated yet.
Okay. So we've had Cataclysm. We're not yet at No Man's Land. We're taking a little 1 million breather in between.
Yeah. In the regular Nightwing series, this is around issue, is it between 24 and 25 maybe, or something like that.
Yeah, so I mean, we were reading some that were from 98 because I thought I said so. Yeah, it's still pretty good. Yeah. All right. Anyway, he's in Gotham because of the Nightwing's in Gotham because of the earthquake, and he's on the rooftops, and somebody says, Oh, hey, Dick Grayson. Basically, it's like, no real names in the costume.
Well, I should have expected we'd meet Dick Grayson.
Yes. And...
Oh, even 85 millennia from this day, you are a legend, Dick Grayson.
Well, naturally. So then Dick's like, well, then why are you trying to kill me? Doesn't this 83rd century, he looks kind of a lot like John Paul Valley Batman, though.
Maybe a little. I mean,
I think it's something about the face.
Yeah, the face is covered. It's like a weird pattern on that Batman.
It has that, I don't know, it feels.
But yeah, he's basically giving you the recap at Dick's. He's like, you were Dick Grayson, the first squire to the Dark Knight. Apparently, I've arrived here in the time of you when you've become Nightwing.
He's like, okay, but why are you attacking me? And I appreciate this as a historian because we often get a lot of stuff wrong. So he's like, I'm just keeping with the custom of your time period. So he thinks that, he says, the rituals of masked lawmen, we meet and challenge one another to tests of our skills. And Dick's like, no, we don't do that. That's not us.
You got the wrong century. Yeah, because he looks like he's shooting these like ghost batarangs at him.
Yeah.
But then
we definitely get lots of good flips and stuff in here.
Oh yeah, Dick's trying to avoid these batarangs, but then they go through him. He's like, wait, they went right through me, and all I felt was a chill.
Yeah, and then Dick is way too chill about this because the guy says, the data rings are not meant to harm you. I've used them to place a mark on your genetic code, and that way I can always find you. That's super, super creepy.
I mean, I guess I know. I guess he's like, it's a Batman, and then, once he goes to the future, Dick's going to be long, long, long dead. So it's like.
Right, but it's still creepy. I guess it's good to see that even in the 853rd millennium, Batman's still creepy about keeping tabs on his people.
Batman still doesn't respect personal space. Yes.
Nope.
But yeah, Dick's like, that's great, but could you call me Nightwing? In this century, my identity is still a secret.
I know, it's also funny because the guy never just calls him Dick. He's always like, Dick Grayson, I did this. Dick Grayson, I did this. It's like, dude, we also don't do that in this century. You don't have to say everybody's first and last name every time.
No, we don't do that here.
Exactly.
Too bad he wasn't like, oh, hey, we should start wearing a helmet.
For sure. For sure.
Yes. And then, of course, you get basically the quick recap of DC 1 million, because he's like, my presence in your time. I tried to stay current. I know that you and the rest of Justice Legion A are visiting from 85,000 years in the future. And I love this Batman's like, you learned this from the mass media or from Oracle?
He says, you really do know your history. This is all ancient history. Ouch.
Well,
so we're living in the Middle Ages. Yeah.
Even worse. I mean, 85,000 years. I mean,
yeah, this dude's way in the future.
I mean, we're like cavemen to this guy.
Mm-hmm. Although I was going to say, you can tell, maybe he just didn't want to break it to us. But later he says he lives on the planet Pluto. If he was really from that many years in the future, he would know Pluto got demoted. Unless it got demoted and promoted back up again. Maybe
exactly.
It goes back and forth. Maybe sometime between now and then they make Pluto bigger or something, and so it gets to be a real planet again.
That's true. Yeah, because it's so far in the future.
Yep.
I believe they picked that because and it's called DC 1 million because I think they said it's 1 million months from this point. So
yeah, it's supposed to be from the first published Detective Comics or something. If we published, this is when the 1 millionth comic would be or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So we'll see if they ever make
it. We won't see it, but yeah.
Well, no, we won't see. I meant the collective we.
I know.
Yeah, no, we won't. That's for sure.
This is the time after the great cataclysm, he says, of Gotham City before the dark days in the city of glass.
Yeah, there, my work on Pluto.
Yes, in my world, I alone bring order to madness. I am a jailer, a warden. Yeah, because like Pluto's basically like a giant prison planet, or like a giant Arkham, I think.
That's super depressing.
Here you are, a guardian and protector of the innocent. He's like, yeah, on good nights, that's true. Who was our prey? The Joker, Bane, Killer Croc? Actually, it's you. I was called to see if you and your teammates were hostile.
I love his little thumbs up down there. So groovy. And so then they're just, I don't know, they're just gonna bebop around, but future Batman comments, hey, does everyone wear masks in this period? And so Nightwing realizes something's going on right below us.
Oh, yeah, because we see, I guess, trying to steal a giant vault or safe out of the rubble of some building. It's Sly Fox. I think he showed up in Catwoman. I'm not too familiar with him, but then he's working with Query and I believe Echo, who are were henchwomen of the Riddler at this point.
I'll say, I mean, Query sounds like a total Riddler knockoff.
Oh, yeah, they both are, yeah. There's stories, yeah, like in the 90s, yeah, they were his henchwomen, so.
Yeah, I mean, they were even talking about, they said something about the Riddler, didn't they?
Yeah, because
not like that Riddler group, yeah. Anyway, they pull up that safe, and Batman, since he's from so far in the future, is all, oh, they're trying to steal money. How cute. But it's not cute nowadays, so.
Because I don't know if that's Dick who says, yeah, I know the ladies, but I don't know you. And the guy's like, that's one of these guys is Batman, right? They're like, no, not at least any Batman we've seen.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, the robbers are saying that. And then they start a fight, and we see one of future Batman's many talents is he can replicate himself, or it's like a hologram of himself.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they ever really explained that. Yeah. But yeah, the Riddler's henchwoman is like just swinging that safe around, so they got to watch that safe.
Yeah, because she's got the safe on a crane.
Yeah.
Swinging it around.
The other one's like, that freak threw some kind of ghost things through me.
Yeah, you've been data tagged.
So, yeah, Batman. Yeah, like you said, Batman's distracting them with all those doubles, and then Dick's trying to deal with that safe. Like he's breaking the chain, so
breaking the chain. So when it takes a good squeeze or a good swing, excuse me, it goes woo.
And then the other two are trying to shoot this Batman until the real one appears behind them and gives them the Three Stooges, smacks their heads together.
A classic for thousands of years.
Yeah.
And the safe goes plunk.
Oh, it like goes through. Is that like a barge or something?
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm not sure if it hits the barge. Oh no, you're right. It does. It does go all the way through because it's so heavy.
Yeah, but then it goes in the river. You jerk! Now nobody gets the cash.
In the drink, as they say. And he says, "That's the general plan."
So yeah, Dick takes that one down, and then the other two are down, and that Batman's like, "What is the common procedure now that you've thwarted them?" Because he's floating there in midair. You fly. I manipulate gravity fields. You fly.
We leave them for the cops. I'll 911 them over later. 911. I'll phone them. Phone. It's just too far beyond us.
Oh yeah, should have just been like, call the authorities.
Yeah.
Oh yes, but then there's a disease, the Hourman virus.
Which tries to explain that it's nanobites, right? Nanobots, excuse me.
Yeah, they attack humans and computers.
So it's very, 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 very tiny robots.
Oh, yeah. But But the science of your age doesn't have the tools to combat this. Man, Dick, like, where about would you come from? This world is so different from my home on the 9th planet. You could stand on the surface, see the sky. My home is a place of madness and cruelty, devoid of justice, without light. I do not battle crime in my century. I contain it.
That's super depressing.
Yep.
It makes Pluto being demoted to dwarf planet the least of his problems.
Yeah, because I guess in the future, every member of the Justice Legion has like their own planet or whatever.
Yeah, I thought they said something about it was kind of a utopia on Earth, but I guess they achieved that by kicking everybody else out. Or when by utopia, they really mean dystopia.
Well, you keep if all the criminals are locked up on Pluto.
Yeah, that might help Earth. All right, so we got to go to the cave.
Yeah.
And hey, look, we see the boat again.
But yeah, this Batman says, I need a thinking machine and all the memory I can gather.
Mm-hmm. Thinking machine. So a computer.
I don't know. Maybe it's just like the whole action scene, but that seems like a quick issue because, yeah, that's how this issue ends with Dick getting in the boat and them headed for the Batcave.
Yeah. 'Tis true.
So,
it's they're it's kind of like a setup, I guess, to explain more about who that Batman is and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So then this is the second one continues on in
Detective,
which is also written by Chuck Dixon, but drawn by a different person, Greg Land this time. And why does Tim have those little things on his face that look like science diagrams?
Oh wait, here, let me open this up. I think he might be infected already with those nanites.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that would make sense. I was wondering if it was something like that. So they're in the cave.
Yes, because Tim's like, you're him, and the Batman's like, I am indeed him.
And then he goes off on some soliloquy about how, the damage is so bad, it is disheartening.
It's like seeing hallowed ground desecrated.
And Tim's like, yeah, we were bummed too.
And Alfred's infected too, because I don't know if that's making him paranoid.
Oh, yeah, you're right, that is. You couldn't really... Yeah, they didn't draw it on him in the first one, but...
Yeah. But he's like, I don't know if I approve of this guest.
Lunatics says, don't worry, don't get the shotgun yet.
I mean, can you imagine how big a head Bruce has now after this? It's like, oh yeah, this thing you started lasts till the 853rd century at least.
For real. For real. So then they have to computer talk. And Tim's all like, hey, our sweet Cray computers are okay, and then future Batman is all,
yeah,
these are pieces of crap.
Well, he's like, yeah, they hold we got 4 supercomputers and all this. They hold 10,000 gigabytes squared. And the Batman's like, is that all? My internal system is 10 times that power in my suit.
Which actually, I don't doubt that. Honestly, his power should have way more than 10 times that. I mean, our cell phone probably has 10 times the power of a computer from 1998.
Oh yeah, I mean, just back in like the 60s, I mean, 50s or 60s, computers were the size of a room. Now,
Yeah, and you had to stick a punch card in it to remember stuff. Yeah. So really, he should be, my computer's 1,000,000 times faster. That's what it should have been. Because it's 1,000,000.
But yeah, then Alfred's like, oh, he's made an impression on Master Tim. Better than the impression he almost made on me. He challenged you to trial by combat.
Perfectly medieval. Except that's not... it wasn't like everybody walked around and challenged each other to a trial by combat in the Middle Ages.
I know. But like Dick says, well, we are closer to those days than his century.
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Still the Middle Ages.
And then we get the Solaris. Because Tim's like...
Yeah, that's the bad thing.
Yeah, a vast storehouse of knowledge, many billion times larger than all of your world systems. Created the Iron Man virus and threatens both our worlds.
I just want to say that Greg Land's art, he's really on point with Dick's hair. He's always takes super care with the hair.
Yes.
The hair is always very luscious.
And I kind of like his art, his drawing of this Batman better than Scott McDaniel's good, but I like the detail Greg Land puts into this.
Yeah, well, this one reminds me less of John Paul Valley than the Scott McDaniel one did.
Yeah, he looks more like Batman just with his face.
Yeah, it's covered up.
Yeah,
because that's what you should do, and they finally realized that 8,000 years into the future or whatever.
Well, if you're living on Pluto too, yeah, you're gonna want your whole head covered.
Yeah, because it's so freezing cold. You're so far from the sun.
Exactly. So they're telling Tim about how this plague turns people into dangerous psychopaths and cripples world's databanks.
And then he says, "Where's our Batman? He's on Pluto." And he says, "That's a bummer."
But yeah, this Batman says he tried to close their system so they don't get infected. I know. I love Tim's when Dick tells him, our Batman's in the future on Pluto.
Forget I asked. Oh yeah, and then now new fancy things future Batman can do. He's, oh, don't worry, I'll leave one version of me here, and then the other one will go with you guys to bust up and situate. How would you say that?
I'm not sure because I never saw them say that section a lot. Situate? I don't know.
Yeah.
Just north of Midtown because this Batman leaves one of his doubles to start doing the computations, and then he's like, we deal with Firefly.
Oh yeah, and Firefly has incited a mob.
And Alfred asking the double, "Do you need any assistance?" "No, I have all I require."
Oh, what happened to the dinosaur? Poor guy.
I know. But so it seems like Firefly's leading a mob. It's all been infected by this virus.
Oh yeah, nanite. All right, then some more talking in the cave, and then we see the Bat Monster truck. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because there's so much rubble. The city's so much rubble. Yeah, they need.
Batman truly does have a toy for everything.
Yeah, so this Batman says, yes, it's beyond the abilities of your law enforcement officers to stop Firefly and this mob. It's up to us. Did they on DC Universe? I don't know if they put the pages in the wrong order because
yeah, you're right. I think they did. Yeah, because it goes burn it all, and then it goes to page 8 where they're saying your radio frequencies, and then it goes to 10.
Because it's been a while since I read that. I have this in paper, but yeah, when he says I can be in more page 8, he says I can be in more places at once, and I think this what is it? Page 7 or something. Yeah, that's when he whips up.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I was just thinking, they were doing a back and forth, like cave.
Yeah.
Cave, Garfield, cave, Garfield. But yeah, I bet you're right. I bet it's supposed to be, I have everything that I require. Then you go to the page where there's the crushed dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
Up to us, I can be in more than one place at a time. Boom. Then you go to Garfield Lions. Burn it all.
Yeah, so if you're reading this on DC Universe, kids, this Detective Comics, a couple pages are out of order.
Yeah, I think it goes 7, 9, 8, 10.
Yes. And if you're looking for it,
once we're at the Bat Monster truck, we're smooth sailing.
Yeah, because I was going to say these issues, I don't think they were even in with the regular series. So if you're looking for these, just punch in DC 1 million and it'll be in that.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I freaked out because I forgot the DC. I just was looking for 1 million and I couldn't find it anywhere. No, but then when I went search, it came up.
There's 30 some books in there. All the DC 1 million books are in there. So
yeah,
you want to read all the tie-ins? There you go. So I think in the Batman, is it the Batman book? And I can't remember if Shadow is or not, but yeah, that's where you get Bruce in the future. So,
sure, makes sense. All right, so they're putting on their gas masks so that I assume to protect them more from nanites, but also because Garfield ignited
the heat too,
gas, and so that's that's bad.
But one Batman was telling Tim about the virus. Oh, so these people are infected by tiny robots in their brains?
Yeah, seems not good.
Looks like Mr. Firefly's neighborhood to me. He ignited a natural gas main.
Yeah, I think that's why they have the faces on. And then they're fighting, and Garfield Lyons is quite dismayed to see that this Batman flies.
Yeah, because Firefly's like, you can't beat me this time. I have an army. So while Dick and Tim are dealing with the crowd, this Batman takes off.
No,
this isn't fair.
Like, you're going down more quickly than usual.
And then back in the cave, the other Batman is your thinking machines are limited. They compute linearly. One approach, one attack, one problem at a time. Only a supercomputer of my years would be up to the task. Oh, here we go with the time anomaly. To beat Solaris's plan, they have to create Solaris in the present.
Yes, that's what he says. You're right. Mm-hmm. Well, then he describes what Solaris is.
Yes.
Solaris is what, like some kind of robot sun, kind of?
Yeah, basically. Is a dedicated living system. He is concerned only with his own survival, his own plans of domination, as every synapse and bite is focused on evil and destruction. For generations, Solaris, the tyrant sun, has fought humanity, fought the Justice Legion. He is obsessed with one thing, destroying our sun and replacing it with himself. What an egomaniac.
Dire. Beating up on the people, la la la.
I love when this Batman's flying towards Firefly and he just starts blasting him with his flamethrower. He's like, so you can fly, big deal. I guess the suit's fireproof, of course.
Some metahuman freak, you can't be him. And then fancy pronouncements. Future Batman says, Batman is not a man. I'm an ideal. I am justice.
Because he's like, one Batman? You believe there can only be one Batman?
It's a mic drop right there, future Batman.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Tim's like, how do we stop the whole neighborhood? And Dick's like, maybe if we take out Firefly.
And then somebody throws a brick at Tim, I guess.
Yeah, like his shoulder or something, yeah. But Dick's like, it's got to help to bring down Lynn's. How much crazier can these people get? And someone comes running up on fire.
Not the answer I was looking for.
It heads right for the monster truck and it blows up.
But then it kind of snaps them out of it, I guess.
No, yeah, big flaming monster truck blows up, yeah.
Well, I guess that would distract you for a hot minute.
And Tim's like, they're not crazy anymore. And Dick's like, no, they don't have anyone to direct their rage now. They'll be at it again soon. As long as that solid state germ is working in their heads. Then Batman comes floating down with Firefly.
He says, yup, Nightwing's right. We're going to have to find the cure. Then, as you said, there's only one option remaining. I feared it would come to this.
Yeah,
there's only one hope.
Yeah,
and it is terrible to contemplate.
Yeah, because even in the cave, Alfred's asking the other Batman.
Would you like to read the last bit, Phil, since you...
in order to destroy Solaris, we will have to create Solaris. Only he holds the key to his own annihilation.
Dun, dun, dun!
Exactly.
The stakes are high. I think they'll manage it, though.
Oh, yeah. Well,
obviously they'll manage it.
But if you'd like to continue this story, the last page even says to be continued in JLA 1 million. So
that's right. Although when you're reading it on Infinite, it takes you to Impulse 1 million next.
Yeah, I don't know if they have them all in like order, but yeah, they're if you go to DC.
I thought that they had but then not.
Oh, I went to next issue. It's telling me jail. I think it's saying JLA 1 million. Maybe the app's messed up. Maybe it takes everyone to different places. I don't know.
That's sneaky.
But yeah, just search 1 million kids and DC 1 million and
see where it takes you.
Well, there's 38 issues, including the actual miniseries for this. But yeah, pretty much, I think every book at DC at the time had the crossover with this.
Yeah.
The Superman books, Legion, Lobo. Oh, Lord, even Hitman got it.
Well, yeah, well, and Superman Batman got one because the robot Robin's in that too.
Oh yeah. And yeah, Catwoman, Flash, even Resurrection Man, Wonder Woman, Superboy, Creeper.
Anybody who looks like they said one with Kronos. Anybody had a 1 million.
Oh yeah, Green Arrow.
I believe Booster Gold had one. I thought I saw it on there.
Azrael has one. Shazam has one. Young Justice.
Man.
Impulse, like you said.
I don't know if the Titans had one though.
Yeah, I don't know if when was this? 90. This might have been between books because when did that Devon series start? Was it 99?
Oh yeah, you're right. That might have been 99, not 98.
Yeah, it might have actually been between Titans books at that moment.
Well, that would explain it then.
Oh yes, there is a Kronos one. Yeah, I'm not seeing a booster one, but there is a DC 1 million 80-page giant unless he's in that.
All right, yeah, I must have missed. I must have saw something in yellow and thought it was him. But yeah,
unless it's that Azrael, because there's like if the future Azrael's like decked out, like his top half is all like gold armor.
Oh yeah, there is the Young Justice one with little robot Robin
and Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern. Yes. So yeah, if you look for it on DC Universe, yeah, just search DC 1 million, and there's like all 38 issues, including the tie-ins and everything's in there.
Well, there's even one called Young Heroes in Love 1 million.
I forget if that was a series.
Yeah, you're right. I think I was confused by the Azrael one. Well, there you go. But yeah, those were pretty good. The ones that we read because
I mean
they were taking place in this, in 98. So
yeah, present of 98. Yeah, I mean there wasn't a lot of time for your favorite, like the character connections and stuff. But I mean, I thought there was some, it's like, oh hey, Dick Grayson, we didn't even know of your legend,
right,
85,000 years from now.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, Tim, I know you're good with computers. Help me out." And that makes Tim feel good. And they get to be bros. They get Tim, and then they get to beat some people up. So it's all good.
That would have been so funny. They'd been like, "Oh, you're Robin 3. Okay, so you're not that douche Damien. Who? Oh no." Oh.
Yeah. He does a very good job of not spoiling the future.
Spoilers, I know.
He's not like, hey, you should wear a helmet. Hey, you should never use your last name as a superhero code name. Hey, guess what, guys? Jason's coming back. Be prepared.
Tim Drake, you do not look good in brown. Nothing. Spoiler, basically, he just said, oh, yeah, there's going to be a Gotham City after this, yeah. Which I think we all knew was going to happen eventually.
Right. He could have told, Lex wasn't even president then.
Oh, yeah.
Could have been like, Lex president. Well, Tim's dad wasn't even dead then. I mean, he could have spoiled a lot. He could have been like, Bruce is going to die, but not die, and he'll come back after being through time.
Although I'm trying to remember, well, that's after like Infinite Crisis and was it Final Crisis? So I don't know if that was even like, anytime you have a crisis, it messes with the timeline. So
there's a lot of history. There's a lot of history for that Batman to learn.
I was gonna say like maybe what he knows now. Maybe he didn't know about like Rick Grayson because maybe it's changes to the timeline. I mean, hell, after
here's the other thing that I always talk about with my students: history is an argument, and everything that happens does not leave evidence behind. So there are gaps in our understanding. So maybe people in the future don't know about the Rick Grayson storyline because there was not adequate evidence left behind. Maybe they destroyed all traces.
And like I'm saying, the timeline he knows at this point, 1998, might just gets destroyed and rewritten. Because I mean, Flashpoint, that started the New 52, so that really upended everything.
Well, I mean, that's why when people come from the future, they only are really generic. Like, oh, hey, you're Dick Grayson. You're cool. Oh, hey, you're Tim Drake. You're cool and smart with computers. That way they won't be wrong.
Oh, I don't know if you care about Wally stuff, but I'm guessing they're saying, I don't know if it's starting in March, like they're still being very vague, but Barry Allen and Wally West might be running around as the Flash in different.
Yeah, what's up with Wally right now?
I mean, he was in that death metal, but then like he was supposedly he was part of the group that was gonna like watch the multiverse or something. But yeah, they're being very vague because like, is it in the Flash book? They were almost like the solicits are almost like, oh yeah, it sounds like Wally's gonna retire with his family or something. But then other books are talking about because they're like, we don't even know who the Flash is gonna be in Bendis's Justice League. It could be either one of them, and I forget there's like one or two other places they're talking about a Flash being. So yeah, so it might actually be Barry and Wally. So
I'll be like Flash Incorporated.
Well, they've done it before. I mean,
yeah.
Wally.
So when did Barry die the first time around? Was that in the 80s or not until the 90s?
Yeah, no. He died in the 80s at Crisis on Infinite Earths number 8.
Oh, he died then. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. And then, because I know when New Teen Titans started, Wally was in it as Kid Flash.
Yeah.
But I know by the 90s he was Flash. And then when did Barry come back? Did he come back before New 52?
Yeah, like 2 years before New 52. It was like 2009 they brought Barry back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because Barry caused Flashpoint. He went back.
Right. Yes.
Before he died in Crisis, his parents were still alive. But then, like Jeff Johns wrote that story, which they adapted for the TV show, where like Reverse Flash went back in time and killed Barry's mother and like framed his father for the murder.
I think I did see that episode of The Flash.
Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. So they did it on the TV show, but I mean, it was more. It included the whole DC universe in the comics. Yeah, because then Barry goes back in time, tries to save his mother, and then that creates Flashpoint where,
Were Barry's parents murdered, or was it, I thought originally like Barry became the Flash because he was a scientist and lightning struck him and.
Yeah, no, that's what I said before.
Got zapped with the chemical.
Yeah, before they redid it in the 2000s. Yeah, up until Barry's parents were still alive and, normal when he died in Crisis.
Right, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Was Barry became a hero because he had a Spider-Man-esque accident, and then with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, it was just like it seems like in modern comics they're like, oh no, people wouldn't be good just for the sake of being good. You have to have a dead parent or somebody, some catalyst. But no, yeah,
that's a very negative worldview.
Oh yeah. Because in the 50s, when Barry first got his powers, he's just like, oh, yeah, he's a scientist for the police department. He's like, oh, yeah, I got these powers. I got to use them to help people. Boom, there's your word,
It's good enough for me.
I know.
Right, because, then for a while when we had New 52, Wally wasn't around. And then they brought back, and then they brought a Kid Flash Wally, but he's Wally, but doesn't he have a different name?
Well, I think they kind of call him Wallace. Oh, you mean New 52? Yeah, because
Yeah, or he's Wallace, but he has a different middle name, West.
The two Wallies are kind of cousins, and I guess the parents must have named them after the same relative or whatever. I mean, again, New 52. Yeah,
but I was thinking they had a different middle name that was out, and he was Kid Flash for a while, but then they brought Wally back when they did that Titans Hunt or something, right?
Yeah. Because I think everyone was like, "Bring back original Wally." Yeah. But yeah,
around the same time they brought Donna back too, right? Wasn't Donna kind of on the back burner for a while?
Yeah. I think it was around the same time. Yeah, because when Barry goes back to try to save his mother, he creates Flashpoint, and then when he tries to put the timeline back the way it was. That's what creates the New 52. Supposedly, but then I guess later on we find out Dr. Manhattan was messing with it. So,
but then we have Rebirth where things kind of reset. So who even knows?
Oh yeah, they'll never do a full reset anymore. They always try to do soft reboots, and it just
I don't even fully understand why they do that.
Well, they had the reputation since Crisis of rebooting everything every 10 to 20 years. And they're like, oh, we don't want to be known as the reboot people because Marvel never did a hard reboot. So they're now DC just tries. We're just going to change a few things and here.
I was gonna say. Honestly though, since Crisis, DC's never really done a hard reboot either. It's not like they've ever really gone all the way back to the basics.
No.
So they have all these characters, and some of the characters, the more popular ones, Batman's reboot is much less drastic than reboot.
That's going into New 52. That's what they said. Batman and Green Lantern, which were selling the best out of everything, they got the least amount of changes because they were selling the best.
Yeah. So it's whatever. They don't really need to be doing reboot stuff. Just whatever. We know it's serialized storytelling, and we have this willing suspension of disbelief that these people do what they do, so whatever. Just do your thing. Don't try to make it make sense. Just roll with it.
I was going to say, there's your history lesson, kids, but I guess that's what we get for having a history teacher here.
That's right. History is an argument. Gather your evidence.
Those who forget history I forget.
No, it's those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. But in the DC universe, it's those who know a Flash are doomed to repeat it because he might go reset the world. Or Superman can do that too.
I don't know anymore, but oh my god, those Superman. They didn't even know his powers.
Or we can just go to an alternate Earth. Boom. Let's start over. It's all good.
I don't know. I'm just happy to get it. I want the new Nightwing team in here in March. Can't wait for that new Nightwing book.
We're just happy we're done with Amnesia Grayson.
It just looks good. The art and Tom Taylor seems very excited, and I've seen him say it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it does look good. Looks kind of bright and happy, but not too bright and happy. A good middle. I'm interested to see what's up with this dog.
Oh yeah. Barbara's going to be here. Dog's going to be here.
Yep.
All right.
So what's next week, Phil?
Well, I'm pulling up the schedule, but I know Future State Nightwing number 2 is going to be out next week, so we will cover that along with New Teen Titans number 1 and 2.
Woohoo! So this is from 1980. The first go of New Teen Titans before they renumbered it.
Exactly. So when that team gets together and get the first appearance of Deathstroke.
Yeah. So this is Dick. He's still a Robin.
Yes.
Titans. Yeah. Well, these are the first. Well, no. Not the first appearances of Starfire and them. I think they first appeared in that DC Presents or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
The teaser to see if it sold well. And then...
So we'll cover those next week, and like I said, Nightwing Future State number 2. So get some Robin and Nightwing next week.
Whoa.
And yes, we'll record that on Wednesday. So if you pick up the book Tuesday or early Wednesday, send us your thoughts on Future State, or even if you can't make it in time, send your thoughts on those New Teen Titans issues. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Nightwing News on Facebook, Twitter. You can please join our Facebook group, the Bloodhaven Bulletin. Find all your Nightwing. Come join all fans of Nightwing there. Join the celebration. So find all that. Links to all of our various social medias for all of our shows. Links to this YouTube channel. Links to our Patreon. Links to merchandise. All in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And remember to support our sponsors, Tweaked Audio. Get yourself some great headphones. And Hunt a Killer. That's right. Be like a member of the Bat family, Hunt a Killer. And use the code Southgate for both of those for a discount. And for those of you with some space on your bookshelf, go pick up one Pod Life the book, now in digital and paperback. Learn all about podcasting. And if you're a fan of Dick Grayson, which you should be, everyone should be, go pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. So, yes, go pick that up. Hey, you support an educator because it's put together by that one over there. Over there. So, yes, and you can get those on Amazon. And when you do, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the Southgate Media Group Network, and that mysterious floating man of the future, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom. Please kick me in the pants. Why did your eye drift over to my box?
All right. And let's see, you have no plug. Yes, pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. Which you can get digitally, you said, right?
Yeah, that's a
digital or paperback. Didn't have to wait for those Amazon packages. All right, kids. Meet you here next time in the 21st century. Well, something. See you next time. We'll read comics from 2 different sections. And remember, if you really want DC Universe, tell them we sent you. But until next time, come back, join the same wing time.
same wing channel.
The Nightwing.